Hey, Mount Vernon students, back with you in James 3, verses 13 through 18. Sorry I took a break last Friday. I just didn't want you to get oversaturated with too many videos. So I know that was 2 last week, so we're a little bit behind in James. But we're diving back in today on Monday. It's Holy Week, guys. So this week is, man, such a fantastic time to just dive into the Word, be with Jesus, remember why we do the whole church thing. So James 3, 13 through 18. If you haven't read it yet, click pause, go find your Bible, read it, and then come back. If you have, awesome. We're good to go. Often when I think about wisdom, how I think about it for me is that like Google allows you to know anything, right? You can Google it and you can figure out something about it really quick. But if you've ever WebMD'd something, you found out that not only did you stub your toe, but you probably have cancer of your knee, right? It's just like snowballs so fast, especially right now with like, do I have allergies or something worse, right? It just like can exponentially like just grow so fast. A doctor has the wisdom and sees enough and knows how your body works on a deeper level, and also has some tests and stuff they can run to know exactly how to handle the information that WebMD is throwing at you, right? They have this depth of knowledge. You can have this breadth, like this large expanse of knowledge, but you're playing in the kiddie pool and you don't know how to use it, right? Someone who has wisdom can like do a double backflip off the high dive. There's an extreme difference in how both might be jumping into a pool, right? You can jump into a kiddie pool and like splash your ankles, or you can do an Olympic style dive. Both are jumping in a pool, but one's doing it differently than the other. And that's what I see here. Is wisdom isn't something we use a lot now because we have this deep access to knowledge, but we don't often sit with it. And guys, with our Bibles, with ancient texts, with Jesus, like it's not something we're supposed to just skim through, but sit in. And that's how we gain wisdom with the Lord, is that we just kind of meditate on a passage, like run it over and over again. Like, who among you is wise? They should be the ones that are teaching, right? What does that mean? Do I see wisdom in my teachers? I pray we do. They're the leaders that we have in place. But intelligence is like breadth. Wisdom is depth. And that wisdom of this world is often for selfish gain, right? It brings with it selfishness. It brings with it bitterness, envy. It's not really what we're looking for. But if you follow on verses 17 through 18, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere, peacemakers who sow peace raise a harvest of righteousness. Guys, first of all, this is just a great prayer. Like, Jesus, please help me to be pure. Please help me to not stir up drama, but to be peace-loving. Lord, help me to be considerate of others before myself. Lord, help me to be submissive to your will. Jesus, I pray that I'm full of mercy, that when someone crosses me in the same way, I don't just lash out, Jesus, but I give mercy. Lord, and that good fruit comes from the way I'm living, and that from this peacemaking in the cultures and places around me, maybe your household right now, maybe your school, that there's a harvest of righteousness, like good things. You can change the whole atmosphere that you're sitting in because God's using that, right? Just praying that. But also, just to be on the lookout too, have you ever been around people who like, you just know they've spent a lot of time with Jesus? Like, you go into their presence, you talk to them about your problems, and you walk out thinking that like you prayed with Jesus just because they have this holiness that you know that their life is submitted to the will of the Most High. And I think that's this wisdom, right? That is what James is pulling at. But these are the people that we want to teach. This is the model we want to run after. And so guys, how to be wise in an age where most people just want like the quick answer. Wisdom doesn't often give the quick answer. It wants you to sit with it. That's what James is asking. Number 2 is it's not for selfish gain, right? We're not just trying to be wise so we can get the best job or the best place. Those things might come, but it's not about that. And then the end is this way to pray for wisdom, and on top of that, just this like way that wisdom like heavenly wisdom just changes a place because it changes us, and we are get to be used as kingdom builders. So guys, those are my 3 takeaways from this verse. Please comment below if you have something that you found or that you've talked about and you're just like, man, that was awesome. Thanks for hanging with us in James. Grace and peace, Mount Vernon family.